She misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak, but with one green leaf on it, would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester. That I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. Were her breath as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. I would not marry her, though she were endowed with all that Adam had left him before he transgressed. She would have made Hercules half turn spit, yea, and have cleft his club to make the fire too. Come, talk not of her. You will find her the infernal Ate in good apparel. I would to God some scholar would conjure her, for while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary, and people sin upon purpose because they would go thither. So indeed, all horror, perturbation, and disquiet follows her. You know what a phobia is? It's an unreasoning fear of something. Well, I've an unreasoning fear of women. It all started when I was 13. That's when I first learned the meaning of sex. I learned how grim and deadly sex can be, how terrible. Out in a garden in the dead of night, a 13-year-old boy watched a spider at her wedding feast. Her poor husband, trying to obey the great law of nature, goaded by the irresistible urge to the performance of his phylogenetic duty, climbed the silken thread to his seemingly tender spouse. And she ate him! Well, you can imagine the effect on the mind of a studious lad. I swore that such a thing would never happen to me. That young boy became a woman-hater. The laughter of young girls, their soft skins, their shapely legs, their swelling bosoms, all of their secondary sexual characteristics, these things I regarded as tricks to lure me to my destruction. So I ran away from them. To my books, to my insects, my spiders, and later to the jungles. And now, when I go out into mixed company where there are ladies in evening dress, well, you know, cut down to here and up to here, and well, what you don't see, you can't help but to imagine, but still, I can sort of struggle along, as long as they keep their clothes on. But when they don't, I lose my head. I don't know what to say. I don't know which way to look. I mean, I know which way I want to look, but I know that I oughtn't. And oh, they're so careless the way they lean over and when they cross their legs. And oh, the girls today are so frankly bifurcated. Everywhere I look, I see nothing but female epidermis.